Hello, YouTube. Y'all hear that? I can't really see them in the trees, but I can hear them. Oh yeah, the locusts are out. That's something I don't know. I'm not terribly fond of them, but it's certainly a nostalgic thing in my youth that hasn't really happened every year. It kind of takes the right combination of weather for it to happen, but it's happened where we've had it super hot, and then we've had some decent monsoon storms and rains. So as I've been mentioning in my vlogs lately, it's been brutally hot as I've been walking around without my car. By the way, it is Sunday, July 24th, 4:25 p.m. I'm on my way to Amazon, and it's been a while since I've had to deal with this, but yeah, I go in at 7, but the Sunday bus schedule is really crappy. To be fair, I didn't look at the app to try to sort it out, but if memory serves, I gotta leave not too long after 4 o'clock to make it there any semblance of on time, and I got a feeling I'm probably gonna be standing waiting at 48th Street in McDowell for a while. But considering what bad luck I've had the last few days trying to time getting to bus stops on time, it's just, I'm up, I'm ready, I'm walking to the stop. Anyway, as for the locusts, yeah, they're pretty harmless. I always used to think they were neat when I was a kid. Not only from the loud noise that they make when they're up in the trees, clean to the trees, but they molt. They lose their exoskeleton, and they'll climb out of their exoskeleton and leave their exoskeleton on the trees. And as a kid who really enjoyed climbing trees, I always thought it was fascinating to find the exoskeletons of the locusts were pretty good size. I mean, they're like yay big, and I found you could kind of pinch them on the side, and they would come off, almost like a clip, come off the trees, and you can do the same thing and kind of clip them on anything. I used to use them. I used to like freaking out other kids with them by putting locusts on them. Not actual locusts, but the left behind exoskeletons of locusts that had been molted out of. But yeah, it's been a while since I've heard them as loudly as it was right where I started that video. But yeah, those trees there have definitely got a whole bunch of them getting comfortable there. So as I've been saying, as I was saying, it's been super hot the last week or so, maybe a week and a half, as I've been dealing with a combination of driving without air conditioning. Oh, I just forgot this damn tree was blocking the path. And I got half a mind to come here and clear that branch out myself. Though I don't know if I have anything that's capable of cutting it the rest of the way down. Oh, and of course we got a stolen shopping cart underneath it. Of all the things that the homeless do, the stealing of the shopping carts and leaving them all over the damn place is actually one of the things that most annoys me. But homeless people need something to move their garbage around in, and I quickly found when I went to the Target, a little Target in the Hollywood area of Portland, which has a lot of homeless people in it, that backpacks are a popular item for that demographic to steal. And as a result, they had very few in stock, and you couldn't just look at them. I had to get an employee who just showed me there's the cards, and I got to go get them from the back. And I ended up not even having them get any from the back for me, just because they were all so pricey. Like damn, when it becomes so fucking expensive to buy a backpack, a simple backpack. Yeah, as it was, I ended up buying like some big ass dogs. I ended up just buying what Target calls their reusable grocery bags for $1. I just needed something to keep my stuff in. I had them in a plastic. I forget where all I'd been that particular day in Portland, but I had all my stuff in a plastic garbage bag or plastic grocery bag, and the bag was disintegrating. And I'm thinking that's the day I bought my earbuds. And yeah, I bought a bunch of like little things, and it's, you know, definitely had a thrift store stop and a dollar store stop, and then I was putting that bag. For a while, I'd used Lime scooters quite a bit the last trip to Portland, and I put the bag on my handlebars, and of course that that puts a lot of extra wear and tear on the bag, and yeah. At some point, I remember I was walking near. So the newest bridge in Portland often called the city of bridges, because it's the big river that goes north and south, separates downtown from the other like main part of town. I don't even know what the hell it's called. I can't remember the name of the damn river. But anyway, there's all these bridges that cross it, and the newest one. And I find it funny how people want to bag on Portland for this bridge, like as if this bridge is somehow a bad thing. But the newest bridge is strictly for public transit and pedestrian and bicycle and PEV use only. And I find it weird that people bag on Portland for that, because I found that bridge to be really nice. I used it extensively. Keep in mind, my last trip to Portland, I hardly drove whatsoever. In fact, the only time I drove was one night. I think it was the last night I was there. The next to last night I was there, I pretty much spent the entire night. I mean, well into the wee hours of the morning. In fact, I think we kept going until after the sun came up with my daughter Allison. And we, oh man, I got the shit flooded again. I hate it when they do that. I really wish the city of Phoenix could figure out how to water this park and not flood the bike path. Oh, and you know, come to think of it, this might actually not even actually be from city of Phoenix. This might have been from the rains from last night. At any rate, it's ridiculous that this bike path has like no drainage to speak of, to the point it floods like this. I mean, you know, that would be considered inexcusable for a city street. But somehow, you know, when it's pedestrian or bicycle infrastructure, it doesn't matter, because for the most part, to the city of Phoenix, bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, so in Portland, other than the one night I was driving around with my daughter and we were doing Uber Eats. I'm not sure if we were doing DoorDash and Uber Eats or just Uber Eats, but yeah, basically I was driving and she was operating the apps, and she'd give me the address. I'd punch the address into Google Maps if I needed to, and I found maybe about half the time I didn't need to, and then I would kind of look at where it was on the map, and I was quickly learning Portland and the surrounding areas, to the point that most of the time I didn't need to have the map tell me directions or even look through directions. I'd be like, okay, that's where it is, got it. And I would generally be able to figure out like how to get there from where I was, which of course was driving my daughter like borderline insane some of the time, because the route I would be taking would be so completely different than what the algorithm of her food delivery app, you know, be it Uber or DoorDash, would be recommending that she do. But you know, she quickly learned that you know, and she should know this already. She should figure this out as a kid, that, you know, the way I navigate is pretty solid. It's just not the same as the way modern algorithms navigate, because I have a human brain and they do not. Anyway, let's set this down. I gotta tie my left shoe. Dang it. Dang it. Sorry about that. I feel like I really need to go to the bathroom. And break room, I believe, is permanently closed. I'm sure I mentioned that in a couple of videos. I'm drinking across the street from the break room. And although, to be honest, it doesn't look permanently closed, but that's my understanding. It's permanently closed as a result of the double homicide that happened there a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. 4:35 right now. I'm opening up trying to open up the transit app on my iPhone. I did get the link from Google to try and get connected to my Google account and change the password on my Google account so I can get my Google account into this iPhone, and I haven't followed through on that at all. And knowing my luck, it's probably a time-sensitive link that's not good anymore, but I don't know. I just I've had too much. I just haven't been ready to deal with it. I need to have my head clear and be focused on a project like that, and not be all consumed by so-called girlfriend drama. All right, Valley Metro. That stop. So it is 4:36 right now. Next bus is at 4. Oh, dang it. I hit the wrong thing on the screen and it went away. Next bus is scheduled for 4:48. And live vehicle data is not currently available. That's not a good sign. That's never a good sign. Yeah, that's enough for me to believe it's probably not coming. It's 12 minutes away. I believe we're 12 minutes, less than 12 minutes from the beginning of the route. Go further. And then again, I see a 17. Yeah, I see a 17 headed westbound. That's probably the next one on the list that shows us on time. Look at a stop over there. So 5:03. Yeah, the next bus is definitely not coming. I just checked the app, not actually through the. Yeah, so this is kind of what you gotta watch for this stupid app here. Pick up this phone up. Stopping my recording. There we go. And of course that's not visible at all. Damn these phones. So yeah, it'll say like the route number and the time. Like it's a 17, 99th Avenue, McDowell. That's the destination. And then the time 4:48, and it'll say scheduled. Now, if it says scheduled, that doesn't necessarily mean, things can be scheduled. That doesn't mean they're going to actually happen. So when I click on scheduled, it says live vehicle. It switches to the zoomed out map view. I don't know if y'all can see that with the text. Live vehicle data is not currently available. So I'm going to click back there. Go back to the list of buses coming. Now the next one after it says 5:18. It shows that as being on time. If it says on time, that actually means that they're tracking a bus and it's on time. Now if I click on that one, it's probably it's gonna say, it won't say live vehicle tracking is not available. It says live vehicle tracking will begin when the trip starts, which means that the bus is being tracked, and it's probably the one that I just saw that's currently headed eastbound at about Granite Reef. That's probably the one that's going to be here at 5:18. So it's like 4:39 right now. So figure 38, 48, 58, 08. Yeah, so I got a 40-minute wait for my bus. 40-minute wait for my bus here due to the next bus that is scheduled, clearly not on its way here. And I say that not only because, I'm getting that response on the tracking on an app, but also because I zoomed out and I looked at the map between here and the end of the route, which is a Pima Road on the far end of Scottsdale on the other side of them hills there, on the other side of Papago Park. And yeah, there was no other bus. There was no, if there was a bus running, I could see it. And there's not it'd show a little purple circle that says a 17 in it. And I went to about Granite Reef, and it showed the next one at Granite Reef being the one that's going to be here at 5:18, because the bus that should be getting here at 4:48, which is 8 minutes from now, would have already been past Granite Reef, and there's no bus between here and Granite Reef. So yeah, that 4:48, it frustrates me that they're back to showing scheduled. Like for a while there, they had updated the app to where it would say canceled, so you at least as a rider would know. Or should I say it would be more obvious to you as a rider. Now, as a rider who's more familiar with this app, I'm able to do the things I just said and see that it's not coming. But yeah, I'm waiting till 5:18 for my bus. That's some fucking trifling shit. This is why I need my vehicle. Or, I don't know, maybe a more functional girlfriend that is willing to drive me at times when my vehicle is not functioning. Like most guys I know have, most guys I know, like if they're significant, if they're some reason they can't use their vehicle, their significant other is either letting them use their vehicle or driving them. But yeah, I don't have that kind of relationship with the so-called girlfriend who hopefully will be out by the end of the month. And I did actually ask her about it too. She's like, "Oh, you getting ready now?" I'm like, "Yeah, it takes that long for me to get there by bus on a Sunday schedule." I said, "Unless you were planning on driving me so I could leave at a more reasonable time." She's like, "Oh, my vehicle's really messed up." And I don't know what she means by my vehicle is really messed up. The only thing that I know personally that's messed up about her vehicle is that she's got it full of a whole bunch of crap and she won't clean out the inside of it, and there's no way to sit down in the passenger seat. Hell, she got so much stuff in the area of the driver's seat that I didn't even find it comfortable to drive when I drove it. It's kind of funny. One time we were arguing about how she just had really let me down during my time period without a car by not helping me out. She's like, "Well, I offered to let you use my vehicle." I said, "Yeah, but you never cleaned it up enough to the point where it would be, to the point where I would feel comfortable using it." I'm like, "Why the fuck can't you clean your vehicle?" And she was like, "Well, the driver's seat is clean. You just need to be able to sit down and drive and transport yourself, right?" No, that's not true. I often need to transport boxes of recycling, and I often need to transport my DJ gear, which takes up space, which is something I couldn't do in her vehicle because it's so full of just, I don't know. I look in there and it all looks like garbage to me. And I'm sure it's not garbage to her, and I'm sure somebody who looks at the stuff in my vehicle probably thinks it's garbage, but I mean, it's, I don't know. I think she should seek counseling for hoarding personally at this point. But first and foremost, I want her out of my home, and I want her to, I want her to go back to maintaining her own home, so I can maintain my own home and not have to worry about my mess or her mess being part of my mess. I can concentrate on my own personal struggles with hoarding and cleaning. I will give her credit. Last night, after I think the last video I shot actually shot two videos last night. First one where I was trying to walking to Subway, which I was stopping at, to get food on the way to the Wander Inn, where I was going to do karaoke, and she, that's where I had the crazy guy yelling at me and threatening me, and there's obstructing cars trying to drive on 46th Street to the point where I called the police about it. And shame I couldn't record the whole interaction with the police as well, but now Arizona's got a law that pretty much prohibits that. And somebody really needs to challenge that in the Supreme Court, because I don't think it'll hold up. But I don't know. To be fair, I haven't read the full law. I do know that I just saw a post of it and people talking about it on Reddit, and I do know there are some exceptions. Certainly one of them is for dash cams and an officer that pulls you over. But as far as for me, in a pedestrian situation, as somebody who wanted to record the interaction of, I would have liked to have had it on video of just how badly they were discouraging me from wanting to do anything about that crazy motherfucker that was threatening people on 46th Street. But yeah, I don't know if that falls in the exception or not. I guess I need to make the time, go down to the law library and read the entire law, or at least see if I can Google it and find it. That's interesting. It's slice of American cheese and a thing of peanut butter on the side of the trash can. And homeless people do weird shit around here. Drive through pretty freaking busy here at Jack in the Box. Yeah, I got 40 minutes to kill before I have to go to before there's actually going to be a bus at that bus stop, so I may as well walk around, and that sucks. Feel bad for the person who parked his motorcycle there and got it knocked down, but then again, it seems like a pretty odd place to leave your motorcycle. Anyway, so yeah, so I shot that video, and then I had the video where I was walking from the subway to wander in, most of which I was just venting about just how bad the day had been with Priscilla. To be fair, today with Priscilla has actually been notably better. Has been notably better, even if yeah, definitely notably better. I know what this is. Crown Castle, crowncastle.com. For lease information, FCC tower registration number, notice, radio frequency, environment area. Oh, hello, it's a cell site. How about we look up? It's a cell site. Okay. Yeah, that's subleased land behind the break room for a cell site. That's a pretty boring one too. I like the ones that are, I like our Arizona digital palm trees so much better. So this is the first time I've walked by break room since I've been told it's closed. And I keep hearing from people it's closed. But yeah, we still got the big sign on this wall. Well, we got remnants of yellow caution tape there. Why isn't that? If that isn't a symbol for this bar, I don't know what it is. See inside enough to tell if anything's notably changed. It's kind of blurry looking through the wraps. Break room, beer games, food, no hours posted. Really nothing posted saying whether or not they're open or closed or what. I can see through that. See through there. See some shelves and some racks and stuff in the middle of the room that wouldn't normally be there. Ooh, hey, now there's a sign that it's closed. All the TVs behind the bar are gone. That's the best sign I've seen of a permanent closure so far. Yeah, all the liquor that would be on the shelves behind the bar, and all the TVs behind the bar are definitely gone. So. Oh yeah, and the jukebox for across the wall that I would see from here, it's gone too. So, oh yeah, the break room is most definitely closed. Who knows what will come of this place? Sports, booze, food, games. I really should Google it and find out. I keep talking about it, and I'm sure there's something on the interweb somewhere explaining, you know, if the owners just decided it was time to close it and not have to deal with the liability of people getting murdered in the parking lot, or if you know, the liquor board shut them down, or the city of Phoenix shut them down. I really don't know. It could be pretty much any of those three things. Anyway, I want to talk more about what happened with Priscilla since the ending of my last video, and since I went to Wander Inn and what Wander Inn was like last night. But yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go Jack in the Box, maybe get myself some munchies since I have such a long hot wait for my bus. And at least here I can wait inside in some air conditioning as long as I'm a customer.